All right, now I think we're live. All right, no discussions about workaholics because now Spanish 3 is listening to you for independent study. All right, slideshow. Okay, this is the first set of notes. Oops, let me back up. For this chapter, we're going to start with discussing, this is sort of a new concept for us, the difference between the indicative and the subjunctive. All right, we don't really talk about the words, these two words in Spanish up until now. Have you ever heard of indicative before? I don't think so. You've never heard of it, but we've been doing it all since the very first day of Spanish. In Spanish, let me see if my mouse will click. Is it clicking? There it goes. Okay. There are two different categories in Spanish that verb tenses can be grouped in. One, obviously, is the indicative, and one is the subjunctive. I kind of think of them as two umbrellas. All Spanish grammar can be grouped under two umbrellas, indicative and subjunctive. Okay, that's all you really need to know right now. I'm going to show you what we've done so far for the indicative. Okay, here's the two umbrellas. Okay, the indicative talks about, here, hold on one second, let me make the adjustment with our recording box. Okay, the indicative talks about verb tenses that have happened, are happening, or will happen. Okay, these are all things that are facts, set in stone. The subjunctive talks about things that are kind of more deal with emotions or opinions, doubts. And basically anything where we're not really sure of the outcome. And in Spanish 4, we deal with the subjunctive the whole year long. Okay, and we're going to touch on it in this semester. And actually we're not even talking about the subjunctive today, but I want you to be aware of it to know that it's coming up. Okay, so the subjunctive are wishy-washy feelings, emotions, opinions, things that can vary from person to person, whereas the indicative are things that are set in stone, facts. Okay? We will study. They have opened. Okay? He bought. Okay? Those are all indicative phrases. Okay? So there's your umbrellas. For sure, set in stone things go under indicative. Wishy-washy opinions are in the subjunctive. Okay? And for those of you watching the video, just push pause whenever you need to finish up the notes on that page. All right, moving on. Okay, this is what we just talked about. Everything we've learned so far is going to go under the indicative umbrella. So we've talked about present tense, o asa amosan, o ese emosen, the preterite, e aste o amosaron, e iste io emosieron. The imperfect, that's all the abas or ias, you know, cuando era niño, all the things that you used to do. The present and the past progressive, sorry, that word progressive got to the low line behind it, or under it. So that's the ando or yendo, I am talking, he is listening, that's the progressive tense, or they were talking. The present or past perfect, that's what we worked on the very beginning of the year, the a, as, a, amos, on, plus the verb with ado or ido at the end, or the imperfect of haber, había, plus the ado or ido, había, había, sabía, all those. The future we just learned, you add the infinitive and add the accented endings a, as, a, amos, on. Hablaré, hablarás, hablará, hablaremos, hablarán. And then today we're going to talk about affirmative to commands. That is in the indicative formula or umbrella. When we talk about negative commands, then we're going to talk about subjunctive. So that's why I'm trying to introduce the concepts of indicative and subjunctive together, and so you can know where they get separated. Okay. Any questions so far? All right. Let me pause the video so we can start over again. We don't run out of time.